TarraWarra is a very special place to work. And we have amazing owners who are incredibly supportive, and they've moved with the times. The evolution here at TarraWarra from the day that I started until what we have now has been quite amazing. We like to keep ourselves at the forefront of what's happening in the Yarra Valley. TarraWarra sets itself apart from others in the Yarra Valley, I think, from its uniqueness. It's a beautifully manicured estate with amazing attention to detail in terms of architecture, in terms of wine and food as well. We have an amazing winemaker in Claire Halloran and great viticulturist in Stu Sissons. And the attention to detail from the vineyard through the winemaking process into the bottle is quite amazing. We try and make sure that the food also has a sense of place. We have our kitchen garden where we try and source as much of the produce as we possibly can. So everything is coming from the same land altogether, and try and create a seamless experience.
The kitchen garden probably supplies around 70% of what we use here on the estate. We have enough produce within both gardens to supply us through all the seasons of the year. So really just trying to, I suppose, make TarraWarra sustainable as much as we can. We started off with a small garden when I first started here in 2015, but we've now extended it to it's almost a quarter acre now, with over 70 different varieties of fruit, veg, plants, berries. We think ahead for the season, so we plant things in tunnels and we start off with different seedlings, and some things work, some things don't. But that's our main focus, that's my main focus of driving TarraWarra forward, is produce-driven food. We're okay to change the menus every day. We have that flexibility based on our garden, and that's how I like to cook. Together with Claire, the chief winemaker here, and Adam also, I try and get in a little bit earlier before it is bottled. If I have an opportunity to taste the wine and what have you, then we can think about, oh, this is going to be paired with such and such. This is where the flavours are leaning towards. It could be artichoke, or it could be a lot more earthy, or it's more citrus, or it's young berries, or there's a lot of pepper coming off this pinot, or whatever it may be. And that gives me an idea to think, okay, now we know what we can work with. I don't like to overcomplicate the food. I believe there's one shot a year to make decent wine, and I'm fortunate enough to get a few more shots at that to produce some simple but yet forward-thinking food that is primarily taking from French classics.
Troy is always somebody to push the boundaries and push himself and drive his team, and I find that quite inspiring in myself. We've been awarded many awards and accolades for our wines here at TarraWarra Estate, and this year we were awarded our first chef hat, which we hope is the first of many.
The chef's hat for me is obviously a personal achievement, but it's also an exciting one for the estate as a whole and for my whole team. I would expect that when people were to dine at TarraWarra, that it is all about a food and wine experience. It is a food and wine destination. There are a lot of other attractions here on the estate, which is amazing, but primarily if we're talking about the restaurant, it really works extremely well with what we're doing here.